What up? Let's get to it. So Hunter Yurachek, I guess he's the new CFP commissioner or committee commissioner, whatever the hell he is a clown. He's not the only clown. The whole college football committee is a clown, man. Heavy, you hear me? Bottom line. And they're a bunch of Alabama haters. Let me reiterate that. They're a bunch of Alabama haters, dog. No cap. I'm going to get into the article, but basically, as I'm sure you all know, especially Bama fans, etc., the committee, college football committee, ranked Notre Dame over Alabama. I repeat, ranked Notre Dame over Alabama. In no way does that make sense. And you know what the trumped up excuse was, huh? The excuse was because Bama didn't have over 100 yards versus Florida State, because Bama doesn't have a good run game. What? That's what this dumb punk chump, smooth criminal, man, because that's what he is, a smooth criminal, man. Jive turkey, Jack. You hear me? He said that that's the reason because they rank Bama below Notre Dame because of no running game. They haven't ran the ball great all season. What? How about their passing game, though? He don't want to talk about that, though. You hear me? They want to focus on the run game. Is it about how many yards you average a game, or is it about wins and losses? Ain't no way in hell Notre Dame should be ranked ahead of Alabama, dog. Period. Notre Dame has played no one. Who did they beat? Pitt? Sorry, Pittsburgh. Sorry ass school, Pittsburgh. Are you kidding me, baby? You hear me? Who else did they beat? A ranked team. Did they beat USC or did they lose to USC? You hear me? Are you kidding me? Who have they played? They're a non-conference team. They don't even play in a conference championship game. Notre Dame has always had the easy roll. You know? And didn't Peter Yurachek used to be involved or be part of the Arkansas organization? So that makes sense. You know he's a Bama hater for real. You know what Bama always does to Arkansas, huh? Yeah, man. Come on, bro. Ain't no way you put Notre Dame in front of Bama. If we're talking about what everything is supposed to be judged on and ranked on, what are they going by? you know, what is the proper procedure? If strength of schedule really matters, like the whole committee bullshitted everybody and said strength of schedule would matter this year. Well, I guess not. Because you compare Bama's strength of schedule to Notre Dame's strength of weak ass schedule. Notre Dame has one of the weakest, I repeat, weakest schedules in college football. Alabama probably has the toughest, I repeat, the toughest schedule in college football. You hear me, dog? So the evidence is clear. So what is the committee really judging? It makes no sense. That's why you see how the college football world and media and analysts are reacting to it. It's bullshit, bro. It's clear Bama hate. That's been going on for 2 years now. 2 years now. Just like last year, they put SMU in last year, and SMU was trash, and they lost to a three-loss team. Do you hear me, dog? How the hell does SMU get in and not Bama? And that's last year. You hear me? After Bama beat Auburn convincingly, easy win, dog. No cap. Same thing this year. They're trying to get them up out of there. What, they want Notre Dame in? Yeah, but guess what? If Bama handles their business, they can't do nothing about it. Not jack shit. So Bama controls their own destiny. So Bama should be more turned up, more hyped up, dog. What? If I'm the Bama and coaches, if I'm the coaches and players for Bama, do you not feel disrespected? Period. Do you not feel hated on? Does that not make you want to prove a point even more? You know good and damn well Notre Dame shouldn't be ahead of Bama in no ratio, in no rankings. No matter what you compare, strength of schedule, better team. They want to sit on a run game. Talk about a run game. It's about wins and losses, right? Wins and losses, right? You hear me? Or is it about a damn run game? But we talking run and pass game. Why don't they talk about Bama having the 12th ranked passing game in college football? Since we want to go there. 12th ranked passing offense in college football, huh? Since we want to go there, dog. You hear me? Heavy, baby. Let's be real. This is a whole bunch of poppycock, a whole bunch of bullshit. You hear me? and they're getting away with it like they always do. When will the bullshit committee be held accountable? When will they start getting fired? Somebody getting their ass up out of there. And who is this chump pump, jive turkey jump punk, smooth criminal, man? Smooth criminal, man. For real. Believe that. How does he get away with this crap? Heavy. Bama beat 4 ranked teams in the SEC back to back to back to back. You know, went to South Carolina and beat a tough South Carolina team in South Carolina. You hear me? And South Carolina just put 30 up on A&M in A&M. You hear me? Come on, bro. Stop the cap. Ain't no way you put Notre Dame ahead of Bama. In no reality of college football, bro. Period. Huh? The only way you do, if it's some foul play going on, it's some hate going on, something behind the scenes going on. You hear me? And that's just what it is. But Yurachek, a true clown. You know? He needs to be fired on the spot. Don't nobody agree with this move here. Damn near literally bad for college football. What is it about anymore? Is it about wins and losses? Or is it about strength of schedule? Is it about who's really the best team? Or is it about favoritism and politics and who the punk ass committee won't see? Come on, bruh. When does somebody really step up and step in and say, hey, this is erroneous? This shit ain't right. No way Notre Dame is ahead of Alabama, period. But at the end of the day, like I say, Bama went out, beat Eastern Illinois, dominate Eastern Illinois, dominate Auburn, dominate anybody who they play in the SEC championship game. You hear me? But regardless of domination or not, win out. They can't stop them from doing nothing. You hear me? Shit. So let's say Bama do go beat Auburn, you know, and go to the SEC game. I ain't saying they will lose, but it's a possibility, dog. Would the committee try to keep them out if that's the verdict? Huh? Even though they beat Auburn, period. Even though we looking at strength of schedule, you hear me? So Bama should be pissed off, mad as hell, ready to rumble for real, heavy. You know, they should understand that they can't rely on a committee. If they lose an SEC championship game, they can't believe and trust in the committee to do the right thing. You hear me? So the players should be pissed off. Coaches should be pissed off, you know, and use it as fuel to the fire. They need to focus on winning out. Forget beating Auburn. You need to you need to do more than just beat Auburn. No cap. Beat Auburn first, Eastern Illinois, right? The task at hand, heavy. You hear me, dog? Focus on them, domination, which it should be. Then you go to Auburn. You beat Auburn. SEC championship game. The only thing on your mind should be winning. Forget the refs. Forget the committee. Forget putting it in anybody else's hands besides Bama. You hear me, dog? Period. No way around it. This committee is suspect. This Pete Yurachek, pretty wicked. And it's clear his Bama hate that he has in his heart. Period. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it like some of the other creators or some of the other Bama media. Like, oh man, we ain't gonna say what it is here. We know what it is, and it's blatant disrespect. Shit, come on, bro. Conferences don't matter no more. Talent doesn't matter no more. You hear me? You know, level of competition doesn't matter no more. Notre Dame, huh? Who have they played? Someone tell me who the hell have they played, bro? For real. And they want to lean on the Florida State loss. We know that wasn't Bama team. We know that wasn't Bama on their A game. They want to focus on that. What, 8 games ago? When Bama won 8 straight? Y'all talking about Florida State? What they didn't do against Florida State? How many rushing yards they didn't have against Florida State, baby? Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Huh? Yes, dog. So it's all flawed. It's all flawed. You hear me? Period. But it don't matter. Bama go handle that business and make sure you get into the playoff. Not only that, but get into that bitch with a bye. You hear me? Let's get into this article, dog. For real. Crazy, man. all the way around. Ain't no way you could look at this move here and say, oh, that was the right decision. That was the right decision. Cap, bruh, for real. And if you do, you straight line at your teeth. Period. You know? College Football Playoff Selection Committee chairman explains ranking Notre Dame over Alabama. Let's get it. The College Football Playoff Selection Committee dropped Alabama to number 10 in Tuesday's weekly rankings after its loss to Oklahoma, one spot behind Notre Dame at number 9, and to drop from 4 to 10. When you beat a really good Oklahoma team with one of the best defenses in the world, in the nation, after 3 turnovers, INT for an interception, you subtract the INT for the interception, Bama wins, and they want to focus on the run game once again. How the hell can Bama go from 4 all the way to damn 10 when they lost by 2 points to an Oklahoma team on top of that having a badass piss poor game? Come on, bro. It's cap. The Tide and Irish both have 2 losses, with Alabama's coming to unranked Florida State. In addition to the Sooners, Notre Dame's losses come to current number 3 Texas A&M and current number 13 Miami. But Alabama owns road wins over current number 4 Georgia and current number 22 Missouri, as well as home winners over current number 14 Vanderbilt and current number 20 Tennessee. Notre Dame's only win over a currently ranked team came at home over number 15 USC. See the difference in that even? They lost to A&M. Bama beat Georgia convincingly in Georgia, baby. You hear me? Yeah, man. The number 4 team right now. The team that's on fire right now, right? Bama beat them at home in Athens. They don't get respect for that. Yeah, man. No respect. No props. Come on, bro. It's all cap here. And they want to focus on a damn run game. Come on, man. Kill that noise, bro, for real. CFP Selection Committee Chairman Hunter Yurachek, who assumed the role last week after Baylor Athletics Director Mack Rhoades stepped down, was asked to compare Alabama and Notre Dame during a media conference called Tuesday night. Here is the answer from Yurachek, who serves as Arkansas Athletics Director and chairs the currently 12-person CFP Selection Committee. Oh, yeah, man, he a Bama hater for real. He with Arkansas? Oh, hell to the yeah. Hell yeah, we know what's going on. Oh, yeah. He couldn't wait to get that position. He couldn't wait to disrespect Bama, period. I will tell you that we probably spent more time in our committee room comparing 2 or 3 teams, number 8 Oklahoma, number 9 Notre Dame, and number 10 Alabama. You're asking specifically about the Notre Dame and Alabama. Man, bro, what the page jumping? It's easy to compare because you have the head-to-head matchup from last week between Alabama and Oklahoma. Alabama had that string where they had 4 really strong wins at Georgia, against Vanderbilt, Missouri, and Tennessee. You look at Notre Dame, they've got a win at Southern Cal and a dominating win against Pitt, team that was ranked in our top 25. Are you kidding me? All of the teams that Alabama beat were ranked higher than USC and Pitt. Pitt is garbage. Pitt probably have finished 7-6 and 7, 7-5. You hear me? You know, USC is probably USC. Now, if they go beat Oregon, you may say something, but who has Oregon played, right? Who has Oregon lost to? You hear me, dog? That is cap. This sounds like a bullshit excuse, some trumped up BS that he got away with, man. Period. He has a hidden agenda. Can't compare Bama and and Notre Dame schedule. All the top ranked teams they played, they lost. Bama beat them. All the top ranked teams. You hear me, dog? Heavy. You subtract the turnovers and interception for a touchdown. Bama beats Oklahoma, and we ain't even having this discussion. You hear me? Heavy. Really, where you break these teams down in the comparison, Notre Dame and Alabama. Notre Dame has losses to 2 teams that are within the top 13, a 3-point loss against Miami to start the season, and a 1-point loss versus Texas A&M. Alabama obviously has a 2-point loss last week to Oklahoma, but they had that lost at the beginning of the season, 31-17 at Florida State, a team that's now 5-5. Florida State was up in that game 24-7, and they held Alabama to less than 100 yards rushing in that game. Really, that was a sign of some of the struggles Alabama was going to have rushing the ball. Once again, who cares about the struggles they're having rushing the ball? It just shows you they're trying to find some excuse to hold that Florida State game over Bama. Who gives a damn if they didn't get over 100 yards rushing versus Florida State? You let Alabama play and Florida State play right now, huh? You hear me? Huh, man? Alabama would beat Florida State by 50 damn points. I stand on that 10 toes down, dog, for real. So they're going to hold the first game of the season over Bama's head? Huh? They're going to hold their lack of run game over Bama's head? What about their efficient, elite passing game week in, week out? They can't no defense stop, period. Yeah, man. Let's talk about that there around yonder. But they don't want to do that, right? Oh, yeah, bad. Roll Tide full of pride, win, lose, or draw, bro. Yeah, Batman, handle that business. Handle that business, dog. No cap. You go back and look at Alabama's game at South Carolina, where they scored 2 touchdowns late to win that game. The next game against LSU, where they won both of those but didn't rush the ball for 100 yards. This whole rushing game shit is cap, bro. I swear. Again, against Oklahoma, was not able to move the ball on the ground. You look at the game that Alabama has struggled in, starting the season against Florida State, where they struggled the ball. Grammatical error again. These beat writers just like Hunter Yurachek get away with BS, get away with misspelled words continuously, right? Yeah, man, we know what it is. Yeah. This is 2 really good 8-2 teams. You look at the losses of Notre Dame versus the losses of Alabama. That was really one of the defining metrics that we used. Forget the losses, man. Fuck all that, bro. For real. What did Bama do? What has Bama done after the Florida State loss with the toughest schedule in the nation? What has Notre Dame done with one of the weakest schedules in the nation, bro? They haven't beat a top 5 team. Guess what? Bama has very convincingly, dog. No cap. You hear me? The committee is horseshit and they're full of it. And Yurachek is a clown. Straight up, you know? Yurachek was later asked about how the Florida State loss was not limiting Alabama more until they picked up a second loss. Wow, man. Responded Yurachek, I think when you look at how we have these teams ranked now, Nicole, you've got 3 undefeated teams, 1, 2, 3. You have 4 1-loss teams at 4 through 7. Then you have that grouping of 3 really good 8-2 teams. Then you start comparing Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Alabama. As we talked about, obviously, the head-to-head, Oklahoma gets that over Alabama. Then you start to have comparable losses, Notre Dame against Miami and Texas A&M. And then Oklahoma for Alabama, and then, of course, that Florida State game. Wow, bro. So they're really putting all them shits on the Florida State game, dog. All their excuses. First game of the season. Bama's a much different, much better team, and they still haven't played their best ball yet. Period. Straight up, man. When you have 1 loss and Alabama was rolling, they're in the middle of their season with those 4 wins. Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and Tennessee. And while they've continued to win games, they struggled on the road and had to score 2 touchdowns late in winning at South Carolina. Didn't Texas A&M have to score late versus South Carolina, baby? You hear me? They was getting their ass kicked, ass beat versus South Carolina. Not only that, Bama beat South Carolina at home, at night, hostile, crazy crowd. Texas A&M struggled with South Carolina at home during the day and got their ass beat. Should have lost the game. Heavy. Period, man. So they really comparing that South Carolina game and what Bama had to do when most teams would have went up in there, and if they was in that same situation, would have lost that bitch. Hands down, man down. You hear me? Again, that was a game they didn't run the ball very well. They didn't look like the same Alabama team against LSU last weekend. They had a tough loss. They had some turnovers that came back to bite them, but they didn't run the ball very well in the game against Oklahoma. Once again, it doesn't matter. How many games have they won? This ain't nothing new. Bama Ben ain't had no run game. So is this shocking now? But they've been winning games without a run game, dog. So what the hell is Hunter Yurachek talking about? Talking out the side of his ass, talking out his neck, saying nothing, trying to sound good, but really sounding dumb as fuck. Somebody need to check him, run up on him, get in his chest heavy, bro, period. He needs to be asked a real question. See, the media, ESPN, all this fake cat BS. Why don't somebody ask him, tell him it's no way in hell you could sit there and come up with a Trump excuse to put Notre Dame in front of Bama, baby. Ain't no way in hell, ain't no way, ain't no how. All we got to do is compare wins. Fuck a loss. Wins. Bama beat Georgia, the number ranked 4 team in the country. What did Notre Dame do? Lost to A&M, correct? Lost to Miami, huh? You hear me, dog? Heavy, no cap. So what are we talking about here? They beat no one, no team that is a significant factor in college football. Pittsburgh, trash for real, homie. You hear me? Who else? Who else, huh? Who else wants some of Debo, huh? Who else? You hear me? Come on, man. Okay, who they beat? Who else? USC, a 15 team, top 15 team. Come on, bro. Bama has the toughest schedule in the nation, and they beat 4 ranked teams back to back. How many of them were in the top 10, top 15? All of them correct? All of them? Come on, man. Bullshit if I ever seen it. Bullshit if I can ever call it even clear. They didn't look like the same. Oh, that's the one. Added Yurachek later. How Florida State season has continued to play out is impacting how that game looks as a loss for Alabama. That's such BS, bro. You know, that's such BS, and bro, that's pretty much the article. Wow, man. Wow. It's clear to see. It is so evident. You know, you can't even deny it. It is so evident that that man has a vendetta against Bama. He has something against Bama, like I told you. I'm not surprised or shocked. He's an Arkansas dude. Arkansas, good old boy that can never, probably never has beat Bama. You hear me? Yeah. Oh, so his main, and why did the other dude quit so quickly and swiftly? You know, why did he want to get out of there so abruptly? Huh? You got to ask that question. Why did the other chairman decide to leave so quickly and swiftly, baby? You hear me? It wasn't any news saying he was thinking about retiring, right? Resigning, right? So why out of nowhere, out the blue, just as blue as the sky, that he said, "Hey, I'm out of here. I'm done." Then this little goofy boy get the job, get to hop right up in there around yonder. You hear me? What's his credentials? What dues he pay? Except sit up round yonder in the Arkansas press box and eat a hot dog and a beer and watch they punk ass get beat week in, week out, year in, year out by Bama. You hear me? That's what he mad at. That's his problem. That's his issue, right? Yeah. I see right through all the BS, man. I know what it is. He just sit up there and get away with it, talking cap. Nothing of what he said makes sense at all. Not strength of schedule, not loss his wins, nothing. Bama wins in every category, baby. Every category. You hear me? Point blank, period. Yeah. This is a clear case of favoritism, politics, biasness, and some Bama hate. Same thing that went on last year. Ain't no way SMU should have been up in there over Bama. And we saw the outcome and the results with that decision. So at the end of the day, like I say, Bama, this should piss you off. This should make you want to break some, wreck some, take a soul. You hear me, dog, on that field? You hear me, dog? Break their will early. Whoever you play, line up, break their will early, baby. You hear me? Take their soul on the field early. Eastern Illinois, Auburn, and whoever you play in the SEC championship game, and from then on, playoffs, boom, etc. Dominate, period. Break them. You hear me? The same place y'all went mentally after the Florida State loss, correct. You got it together, you got to redo it, but times 10. You got to elevate it even more. You hear me, dog? Now it's time to really put the work in, lock in, fuck everything else but football. Period. No distractions, from whoever, from whatever, no cap. Zone in, lock in, and get ready to play ball. Week in, week out. You hear me, dog? 3 more weeks. Then more weeks on top of that, depending on how far you take it. Period. But these dudes here trying to hold y'all back, trying to stop y'all from getting to that natty. Huh? You hear me? Yeah. They don't want you to get in the playoff. They're trying to count you out. Go make them count you in, bro. Heavy. Hey, the boy. Get them boys ready. Straight up. You hear me? Man, fire them comments up. Tell me how you feel about the video. You know what it is, huh? Big skull here. Roll Tide full of pride. Forever, man. Win, lose, or draw. But we come to win. Yeah.